Hello friends, I've got a Christmas craft to share with you. It's going to be a cute little picture. You can use any frame you have or even a board. With my picture frame, I'm going to use this leftover peel and stick wallpaper. It's a white barnwood that I trimmed off for another project I was working on. We're going to use these alphabet tiles. These came from Dollar General. You get a pack with every letter. Some of the popular letters have multiples. I'm going to use a button and we're going to make a pretty little picture. So this is the picture frame I chose. Like I said, you can use any picture frame. I was actually getting ready to throw this out and I decided I would use it for this craft. So this one has a wood trim. So I'm going to try to line this with the peel and stick wallpaper. Hopefully it turns out okay. So just hang with me while we work on this. So I'm just going to start. Let me trim it first because I know it'll need to be trimmed. I'm going to cut about here. So I have a smaller piece to work with. And take some of this width off. Now if you don't have this, like I said, I just had this extra and I thought it would be good to try on this. If you don't have this, you can just paint it. You could leave it as is because the natural wood looks really nice with these Scrabble tiles. But you could paint it white and then lightly buff it with sandpaper to give it a distressed look. That would be pretty also. I'm going to just put it right on the edge so I don't have to worry about folding it on the inside. And folding it around the outside. Trim some of this off. And I'm going to fold it around to the back side. I'm going to trim this inward at an angle so it doesn't stick out from the edge at all. Alright, so there's the first side. Alright, we're going to do the same thing. Actually, I think we're going to do the same thing on the other side, but I think I'm going to do the bottom part down here next. That way if it's a little long, my final vertical piece will overlap it. And I cut those just a little longer than I needed, and I'm going to trim off some of the excess again on my width. This stuff is great. I actually had a folding craft table and I covered the top in it, so you guys will see that soon. I'm going to use it in another area that I have set up. I'm going to use my straight edge here. And you can pull it up and reposition. This stuff is great. If you've used this on anything, let me know. Actually, I'm gonna, again, have a vertical piece coming down there, so I'll trim off a little more. And just fold it around. Oops, sorry if I got out of view, and rub it on. Just push out any bubbles, or if you have a little crease right here, you can pull it up and reposition it. So there's two sides. We'll do the top. Oh, guys, I better plug up my hot glue gun. Okay, again, I'm going to use my straightest edge to put it on. Trim off some of this extra. And just wrap this around. I'm going to, you can see how easily it peels up. I'm going to trim off a little corner here that is sticking up that I don't want to see. So there. All right, now we just have the final strip on the other side. Same thing. I just cut it a little longer than the picture frame, and I'm going to trim off some of the width on the piece I have here. The hardest part is getting the backing separated. So if you can do that, you're all set. It's downhill from there. There we go. Fold it around the edge. I'm going to go in with my scissors and get as close to my corner as I can and trim that. Alright, so there it is. Let me push that down. There, that looks nice. So it's a barnwood looking frame. Very cute. Alright, now the next part is we're going to put our letters on, and this is going to look like a Christmas tree, and it's going to say, "Oh, Holy Night." And I'm just using, you can put something over this, but I'm just going to use the backing of this board. Maybe there's not a third H. I know I had it laid out. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make an H with a Sharpie. I'll go back and take a fine point Sharpie and put my number on there. All right, so now, now guys, we can get going. So if you don't have enough letters, guys, you can always flip one over and write it with the Sharpie. So we're gonna put these together, and then I'm gonna use this as my topper. Kind of needs a little bling. Wish I had one that had a little bling, but we will use that, and I'll probably maybe put a little some kind of something on it to give it a little bling, since it's against this black backdrop. So you're just going to glue these together. Keep them lined up. All right, there we have Oh Holy. Get my hot glue strings off. And Night. And for this base of the tree, I just picked a letter that I probably wouldn't use, like Z. Oops, and I turned it upside down to be blank. Now, like I said, you could line this with whatever beautiful fabric you wanted to. Not fabric, craft paper, or tissue paper, anything. I'm going to hold that for a minute, and that's our star. Let's see, good, it just fits. Actually, I'm going to have to glue that back down. Let me get this on here first. So check your frame first to, if it's a smaller frame, to make sure it's going to all fit. I'm going to stick that right in here. Get my hot glue strings off. And look, here it is, guys. Let's see if it'll slide in. I know I'll have to take the glass out. Now, if I didn't have the button standing up, if you had a flat button or you painted a star, you wouldn't have to take it out. So there it is in the frame. I'm going to pop my button off, guys, and slide this in. And then I'm going to put my button back on. Yes, now it's even. Okay, now let me glue this back on. Okay, guys, take a look. Isn't that cute? It's not quite dry. I think I'm gonna move it up a little. There. What do you think? Isn't that the cutest? I'll take a picture and post this so you guys can see, but of course this video will remain up, so you can, of course you can do it just like this, but this just mainly gives you ideas of things you may already have that you can make something similar. But again, I just had the frame. You can use any wood plaque. You can use a frame and paint it. These tile letters you can get at most craft stores, but these came from Dollar General, and I just had a cute little button. Oh, holy night. Merry Christmas in July, guys. Have a great day. Bye.